What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning into Out Loud with Ashley B.
And Tashara
Where we will be out loud for all the things we didn't get to say.
The things we want to say.
And the things that we're gonna say. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Yes, it is a lovely Sunday. It's starting to get a little bit warmer. Sun is out.
Because we just had that rain, that ice. It was
Look,
super cold.
I'm so tired of this fucking weather. I actually posted a post that I shared from somebody else that said, "Why is summer and winter trying to fight over custody of Texas?"
Because they are. Like, we just stuck in the middle. Like, we want to go to grandma's house at this point. We don't even want to be with mama and daddy. We want to go to grandma's house because I'm over it.
Right.
I'm tired.
I'm tired too. Shit, I'm tired of this weather. I'm a summer baby. I was born in the summer. I'm a fire sign. I'm a summer baby. I can't get no more hot than I already am, okay? Like, and I'm just saying, just period. Like, I like for it to be nice days. Like, in the summer, last year, I was pretty much at the lake. Mm-hmm. Like, most of the whole summer. Or at the pool or something like that.
I don't mind if it's cool. Even if it's cold, I just can't do the clouds. I hate cloudy, overcast, gray days. Like, I cannot stand when it's like that
I
outside.
actually like when it rains and thunders. No, I don't like it all the time, though. Not all the time. I like when it rains and it's not too cold. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like a cool little breeze. Like, you can be outside type shit. It's not humid type thing. I don't know how to explain it. But I love when it thunders because I love, like, this whole weekend, I had a very cool, chill weekend.
And I was miserable the whole weekend.
Listen.
It was just ugly. I was like, ew.
And I hate to be in the house. As y'all know, I talk about this all the time on my social media platforms. Like, I don't like being in the house. I want to be outside every chance I get. But there are times like this weekend. I actually really enjoyed being in the house this weekend. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it had rain. It was cold. I had the candles going. You know what I'm saying? It was just very
nice
calm, relaxing.
Movie vibe. Okay.
You know, yes, Netflix. I actually watch movies. If y'all know me, I used to be a big movie person back then. Like, I can recite a lot of lines for movies. And actually, me and my baby dad always do that. Like, we'll be talking, I'll randomly say shit. So I do it to people, and people are like, what?
Where you get that from?
Right, they don't get what I'm trying to, they don't catch what I'm throwing. So I stopped doing it. But, you know, because I ain't in a relationship anymore. But anyway. So, so I had some red wine. I had Netflix going. I caught up on some movies and shows. Had the candles lit, windows cracked. It was just very calm and relaxing this weekend.
Come on, relax the weekend.
I love it like that. And, you know, and sage and stuff like that. Like, it just is so calming and peaceful. I don't like the cold and shit all the time. But, you know, sometimes it's cool. Sometimes. But
the cold I can do is the rain. Now, if it's at nighttime, we got a good little thunder. I mean, when it's coming down.
Yeah.
Girl.
Okay, so that's me, too. I like when it comes down. Like, it's actually thundering and raining, like pouring rain. I love that.
Like that, when it shake the house, and that'd be the best sleep you get. When it rain like that,
girl, I be sleeping through it. You hear me? I sleep through that.
You wake up, you be like, it was raining like that outside.
Right, and be knocked out. Actually, yeah, I ain't gonna go into detail about the weather, but yeah. Anyway, as y'all can see, Tashara Montana is back. This is our new co-host, y'all.
Hey y'all, what's up?
My new co-host here, and I'm so excited to have her on board.
I'm excited to be on board.
We actually, and I'm so happy that you actually wanted to meet up and talk about my vision for it, your vision, to see if we're on the same page. Like, I really appreciate that because, you know, other people are like, hey, I just want to come on. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to just jump on, but it's more to it than just jumping on here and talking. Right. And, of course, majority of the time, and shout out to my two last co-hosts, thank y'all for coming on and getting it started with me and, you know, just being up here vibing and being supportive, period. I appreciate both of y'all. There's no issues. We didn't have no falling outs, anything like that. You know, the first person, like I already told y'all, it just, that person's more private. So this just wasn't, you know, the space for that person. And James, you know, he still supports Out Loud. James is focusing on music and stuff like that, so we support him here as well. You know, and I appreciate both of them for coming on here.
Man. Go listen.
Yeah, y'all go run them numbers up. And I'll be posting, so y'all make sure y'all go follow on our Facebook page, which is just Out Loud, and it'll say The Podcast. And then Instagram is Out Loud The Podcast, and so is YouTube. So, and I'll put all the links below, so y'all can go follow and go support. So anyway, I appreciate it though, cause y'all like it's not just like I said coming up here and talking. You know, it's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business.
Right.
And we need somebody who's committed, somebody who's open, somebody who has good conversation, good dialogue. And I know damn well Tashara got some good conversation. If anything else, Tashara gonna talk.
Look, I'm really I don't want to say private in my social, because I'm a private person to a certain extent, you know.
Me too.
But like, I have an Instagram. I probably post on Instagram once every 5 years. I don't even know my login to my Twitter anymore. I'm pretty much active.
What?
Only
I don't
on
get on Twitter like that, but Obama does follow me on Twitter, so I'll never delete my Twitter.
At that point, it don't matter if you get on there or not. Like Obama follow you.
Obama.
So,
like I can literally tell my grandkids, Obama follows me on Twitter. That's a big ass deal. I don't know if y'all don't understand, but that is the first black president of the United States of America ever in history, and he follows me on Twitter.
That's a big thing.
I'm gonna take a picture of it and everything. I'm gonna put it on a shirt like you had told me. I definitely am.
Like no. For
so
real,
if Obama follow me, why you not following me? I just don't get it. Follow me on Instagram though more.
Questions that need answers.
Facts. I need to know. But you want to tell them about yourself a little bit more?
Shoot, what I mean, yeah, like I was saying, I gotta open up to the rest of the world, social media, because like I said, I'm only active on Facebook because that's what I've had the longest, and I'm really selective about. I want to say, out of all the people that I am friends with on Facebook, with the exception of maybe 20 people, I know all of those people personally. My old Facebook page that I had when I had all them I don't know, 4,000 people. I deleted that page like years ago. So yeah, being that we jumping back into this, I think it's gonna be important for me to kind of open back up into the social media realm and kind of
I had a hard time with that.
It be my kids, man. It's because I share a lot of stuff about my kids, and
that's me.
People weird. People
See,
weird. People
me
weird.
And her are, first of all, we caught up, y'all. After the last podcast, and we had a good 2-3 hour conversation, like for real, and we've been living the same fucking life.
The whole same life,
like
separately.
Down to the baby daddies. Like, Lord Jesus. I never knew there could be two people like him on this planet.
Because, like, why would God do that? I just don't. I
mean, don't get me wrong. They good daddies. They good people. They just, they need to work on themselves. They're not done healing. I don't know what
shout
to
out
say.
to our baby daddies. Like, y'all
get
get on our nerves. But,
right.
Shout out to y'all. Because, yeah, I love my kids. So, thank you.
Yeah, I be saying my baby father. I'm real big on, because it just sounds so ghetto to me.
I didn't stop. At first, I was like that.
Like, oh, your baby daddy? I'm
dad.
like,
and now it's like my baby daddy, because I don't got time. Because y'all know,
It's for me. I just feel like for me, it just makes me look, me personally, I'm not talking about everybody else. I'm just saying for me, like, bitch, what? You're a baby mama? Like, for real, I'm somebody's baby mama.
So facts.
That don't sit right with me.
I used to be crazy. I'd be like, don't be telling people I'm your baby mama. Like, call me and then I'd be like, he say it anyway. Like, that's what you tell people. Like, yeah, because my baby mama. So at this point, I don't give a damn. Like,
we definitely are like baby's mother or the mother of my child. I'm like my daughter's father. I try really hard to do that. But either way it goes, it don't matter. It is what it is.
We are baby mama. How did we get here?
Well, how?
What happened?
Listen, I ain't had a baby. My daughter's going to be 8 in August. 8. That's my one and only.
So you got to have one more.
I do want one more. However, I want one with somebody I know I'm going to be with. Mm-hmm. That I feel like, okay, I can't never say anymore, oh, I know he's the one.
Yeah.
Because that's how I felt about this last relationship, and obviously it did not work. So it's never something that I'm like, oh, I just got to be with the one, my husband. Like, no, I need to have a child with somebody who I know we got a good relationship, regardless if we fall out or not. Somebody I can be friends with, we get along with, we're not arguing, we can communicate with each other, like, and I know is going to take care of this child, even if we're not together, because a lot of the times when relationships end, the fathers don't want to be involved in their children's life. And I'm only saying that because I've seen it. Other people go through it. Or the mothers are bitter and they keep the children from the father. I am not that one. My baby father is not on child support. I don't require shit of him like that. He does. We have an agreement. This is what you need to pay. And we good like that. We ain't never been through the courts, nothing like that.
Because at the end of the day, it's going to get done.
Right.
And I, like, we can talk about that. It's going to be a whole episode.
Yeah, we'll talk
we
about
can
that
go into
later.
that in extreme detail. To me, when you got if he just ain't just flat out deadbeat, doing all the extra shit, it causes more problems than it fixes. So, like, nah. We ain't okay.
Yeah, we gotta have a talk about that because it goes deeper than that.
Yeah, it's a whole rabbit hole we could go down.
But no, I do want to have another child. I do. I want a son because I have a daughter, obviously. Do I want another little girl? I can't say I don't. I would, but I want a boy first. You know, my next kid, I do want a boy. If you have a next
kid and you have a girl, would you try a third time for a boy? Would you be like, I'm okay, we just got 2 girls?
No, I would. No, I want to have more kids.
Yeah.
I definitely do. I want to at least have one more because I'm pushing age. And, baby, I'm not about to be pushing out babies after, I'm saying like 38, 40. I don't want to be having more kids after that because y'all know I've been in this gym. And my body is, it ain't where I want it to be, but it will be where I want it to be pretty soon. And I want to enjoy my body. Right. I want to enjoy that part for me before I start popping out kids. And when I say I want a kid, it's going to be a couple of years.
Yeah.
My daughter probably going to be like 10, 13 before I have another.
You got a babysitter. You got a babysitter. See, it worked out how it's supposed to.
You're right. You're sure right. I didn't think about that. Like, girl, I'm about to hit the, what? No, I'm just kidding.
I think I want one more. No, I know I want one more. I say it all the time. The thing that would stop me outside of, that's why I keep saying, like, I got to fall in love, like, in the next year because I'm not having no baby after I'm 35. So I have to, like, I got to start texting back and responding to my inboxes. Like, I have to. At this point, I got to start.
Oh, we need to talk about that. So this is very a freestyle episode today, okay? This is getting to know Tashara, getting to know us as friends and our vibe together and what to expect, So we going to just talk about shit today. This is open conversation. I'm glad you said that about responding to inboxes, okay? Kind of circle back to social media and being more open and stuff because of podcasts. I had to do that. My Instagram, they have always been private. I went public, and I did not like it. Like, I was uncomfortable because I would get these random messages from guys I don't know. Like, dudes saying, marry me, we should be together.
It's weird shit.
And they're like, I'm out here in this same area. So now when I go places and I tag the place, I either wait till I leave to tag and post, or I tag the place but a different location. Because I'm like, hold up now. There's this one person, his page is private, excuse me. He don't even have his real picture as his profile, but this man sends me shit every day. Weird shit at that.
Y'all gotta stop being
and
weird.
I'm like, okay, hold on now. I feel like you're being a little obsessive. I don't even respond. I don't even look at it. Like, I looked at the first one. I didn't even respond. I'll open the message, but I don't respond to any of them. I'll just be like, let me see what this is about. Just curiosity, I guess. But I don't respond. So that's that weird shit. That's why I'm like, I have to learn to be okay with it.
Yeah.
So a friend's friend, and I've been around that person, went and followed me on Instagram, right? A guy. And I was like, what's he following me for? Like, I didn't think nothing of it. And then, he was like looking at my stories and stuff like this, blah, blah, blah. Well, I noticed when I was going through my list, because I start unfollowing people or I remove people from my friends list very often. I block people. My block list is long, yeah. But anyway,
gotta be something.
I didn't notice he was there anymore. So I went and just checked, and he wasn't following me, but I never followed him back. That's the thing. I don't follow people back like that. Unless I really know you, I fuck with you, right? So I'm like, that's weird. Like, why even follow me, and then go unfollow me? I think that's weird. And they're like, weird. He was probably trying to talk to you. I'm like, but he never said nothing. How am I supposed to know because you follow me that you're trying to talk to me?
That is not how you shoot your shot.
That is not how you shoot your shot at all. Like, I'm supposed to just read your mind and assume you trying to talk to me. They're like, well, because he does, like, you're like his type. And I'm like, I don't know him, so I don't even know what his type is. Like, I didn't see it that way. And he may not have been trying to talk to me. I don't know, but they were saying because they know him.
Yeah.
He could have possibly been trying to talk to you. And I'm like, I just don't see it like that.
Yeah.
And, that's social media, like, no, if you try to talk to me, okay, first of all, don't hit me up in my inbox. I don't like that shit. But if, because you probably don't got my number because nobody got my number like that. I did change it, and I didn't give it out to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But if you are, trying to shoot your shot, don't just follow me on social media and assume that I know that you trying to talk to me.
That's weird.
Hit me up for my number or something, and let's have a conversation and see where it goes. But
say it with your chest.
If say you with your motherfucking chest,
shot, like, see, don't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I ain't got time to be assuming trying to read nobody's mind, baby. Cause
don't nobody got time.
So you did mention, about responding to this and that. So you wanting to date?
At this point, yeah, I be saying that, and then I be like, nah, it's weird out here. Like, I be like, okay, I gotta stop, cause like I really want one more. I really want another baby. I really do. But and that's so weird, cause I never wanted kids.
Yeah, you say that often.
I really didn't. I never in my life wanted kids. And then I'm like, girl, you want one more? What's wrong with? Where is your brain? But yeah, at this point, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I think because. And it's not just because I want another kid. Like, that sound real like I'm using somebody to have a baby.
Girl, my baby father say that all the time. You got the baby and you dip. You motherfucking right.
Because y'all gonna learn a baby don't keep no woman the same way it don't keep no man. I'm just throwing it out there.
Man, y'all better know.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Because I'm there. Nah, you... What?
Y'all gotta stop thinking a lot of single women are single because they were left. Or
nah, I left you. Let's not get it twisted.
It don't be that.
I do the leaving around this motherfucker. I'm gonna cut your ass off real quick.
Oh, he got tired of her. No, it don't be that.
Shit, I got tired of him.
A lot of the times it don't even be it just be like, look, mutually this ain't working.
Right. Why can't it be a mutual thing?
Because people so used to falling out.
I mean, sometimes it can be mutual, and then there's some times where, it is definitely, it could be a toxic situation.
People are more used to that.
Yeah.
All the way. Like, people can't believe, and I talk so openly about my kid's dad on Facebook because I want to be that example, because people really do not believe that you can still be cool or friends with the person you had kids with and y'all not fucking, y'all not. And I be trying to be there like, no, that is like ill. Man, like, that's right. My cousin.
I be like, you too. Nah, I don't even see it like that no more. People really, you're right. And
they
this
really
is why
do
I tell
not
y'all
believe
we
that you
live
can do that.
The same motherfucking life. We have listen, I've done that. We have not been together in years. Literally years. And most of you know, he lives in another state. So when I've taken my daughter to go visit, I've stayed over there. And he's over here on this side of the bed, my daughter's in the middle, and I'm over here, and ain't never nothing. No. That was years ago. Failed. That was years ago, but now it's more like, nah, I'm not even staying here. So the last few years, I'm like, nah, this is, because not only that, like, we know we're not doing shit, but I don't want my daughter to get confused to be like, oh, mommy and daddy are together either. So I was like, look, I'm just going to stay at a hotel, and my sister-in-law, I was calling my sister-in-law, but my sis, his sister, I stay at her house. It's like, you can come over here. You ain't got to go to no hotel. You family, like, don't even do that, So I'll go over there. And he stays at his house. You know what I'm saying? He sees our daughter, everything. But we don't.
Y'all sitting down, having dinner together.
Right. Like. And you know what? His birthday was earlier this year in January. I took my daughter to go see him for his birthday. We surprised him or whatever, because she likes to surprise him randomly. And she does not like me telling him, like, we're coming. So we took him to breakfast. We had breakfast, just me, him, and our daughter, and we were cool. I was cracking jokes and shit on him. Like, we get along like that, and there's no nothing. And I'm like.
And it's important. It's important for the kids to see. Just because mommy and daddy not together no more don't mean we can't still be a family. People forget to still be a family. When the parents separate, it don't work like that. At the end of the day, y'all still family. Y'all got to be friends. So if you can be. If you not in no, if it ain't no abuse and shit like that, if
Right.
you can be friends with your co-parent, be that.
There ain't no problem with that. So going to that and talking about dating, when we decide to date somebody, they're gonna have to be okay with that. And that's a problem for most men because they can't handle. Like, bitch, what, you friends with your baby father? Like, you telling me y'all ain't fucking?
This is straight facts. I've, like, the last 3 people that I've dated, that was an issue. That was a whole, and I'm like, okay, well, I need you to take your ass on then. Like, this is, bye. Like, I don't understand.
We have kids together.
Period.
And I would be like that with somebody who has kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if you tell me, now mind you, I'm one of them people, I'm going to take your word for it at first. Mm-hmm. I'm going to believe what you tell me. But if I start seeing or finding out otherwise, then we're going to have a problem. And I don't need to talk on what kind of problems you'll find out. But if you say, hey, you know, me and my baby mom, we cool. You know what I'm saying? We get along. We ain't got no beef, but we don't, you know, vibe like that or whatever. We don't fuck around, nothing. Okay, cool. That's cool with me. I have no problem with that. She hit you up, blah, blah, blah. You put her on speaker. You don't even got to do that, to be honest. That's fine. Like, I get it. Y'all go to your kids, you know, games together, recitals, any type of event, major event that child has in their life. I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with not going until that mother is comfortable with me. Yeah. Because I'm a mother.
Right.
I'm a mother first. So I understand because I'm not okay with just anybody entering my daughter's life. Period. At all.
Period. Because women crazy, just as crazy as men.
Yeah, and me and my daughter's father, he has a new baby. Mm-hmm. And me and the mom get along good. Mm-hmm. Like, we talk and FaceTime. He's not around. Like, we text sometimes, you know, like I'm not going to say me and her are friends, like best friends or anything like that, but we get along and we want to get along for the kids. She's like, hey, we're coming down there, you know, we're going to come down there such and such date. I just want to know, you know, could we meet up so the kids can see each other and spend time together? You know, yeah, that's cool with me. I have no problem because I'm not bitter. Right. I'm not salty about that relationship. I don't want that relationship no more. Right. And I think it's part of healing, like we talked about last episode.
And getting a good person. Because I want to shout out to my baby daddy, his other baby mama. Because we had our going to that. We in the beginning, we just had a misunderstanding. It was a misunderstanding on her end. Because you know, people read too much into social media, and she thought one of my posts was about her. And everybody know. If I got something to say to you, you gonna know because I'm gonna say it to you.
That's me.
So yeah, we had our issues, but one thing about her, she has never, ever kept those kids from me.
Oh, that's
because my baby's daddy had 2 kids before. He had 2 daughters before. I met him, like the same with me. So she's never, like right now, all the kids are at my house. You know, I hit him up. I'm like, you know, get the kids, bring them to my house this weekend. So he got them, or I hit their mama up. Let me get the kids. You know what I'm saying? Or they have my numbers. They'll call me themselves. So that's another thing I think people, like when you with somebody and y'all break up, that don't mean you necessarily got to break up with the kids. Like those babies are still my babies. They are with me a lot of the time, especially in the summer. I love being around them. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree to that.
And I think that's something that when I date somebody gonna have to understand too. Like I'm not cutting these kids off neither. So,
but here's my thing: those kids are siblings to your kids, so it's a whole different situation. You can't expect me to cut off my kids' sisters or brothers. Like that's a no. And you as a person, and especially you as a parent, should understand that. Now, it's a little bit different to me, and I wouldn't just cut a kid off, period. I'm not that type of person. I don't take shit out on no kids at all. Like, it's not the kid's fault the kid didn't ask to be here. Like, no, it's not the kid's fault that we're in this situation, or they ain't got nothing to do with it. But I will say, like, if, say, for instance, me and my daughter's father didn't have a baby together, you know, and he had a kid, and, you know, me and that kid grew a bond and blah, 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 and I got with somebody new, well, we have really, me and my ex have no ties, you know, and I'm in a new relationship, and that person isn't comfortable, like, y'all ain't got no kids together, y'all ain't got no ties together, you know, y'all not married, y'all not none of this stuff. What's keeping you over there? my thing would be, I would probably make sure that I established a relationship with that child's mother. So that way I don't even got to go through my ex to see that child or talk to the kid or see how the kid is doing, you know?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't just cut the kid off. I would really want somebody to understand, like, this is a child. The child has nothing to do with this, you know? And also that goes into a man or a woman, vice versa, you know, whoever it is, being secure within themselves to be able to handle those type of relationships. Like, you have to be secure in yourself in order to not let these type of things bother you, and you need to be healed. And if it bothers you in some kind of way, you either insecure about yourself or you're not healed.
Yeah, and your insecurity and your hurt, you projecting that onto me, because I get offended by that. I don't know if you do, but like if I'm telling you, this is my child's father, we just friends, and you steady feelings, because to me, you telling me that you don't trust me. You don't trust okay, that's a you thing. You got to take that up with yourself, because if I've never given you a reason not to trust me, you projecting your insecurity on me. And look, whatever you went through in the past, I'm not that. That's not
quit
me.
Bringing your past shit over to the new shit. Stop. Stop.
Just stop.
Please,
just stop.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm ready to date. I do want to date. I do, want to do stuff here and there. But at the same time, I'm like, man, the last time I tried to date, it did not. And I don't want to let rotten apples ruin it for the rest. And sorry, my allergies is fucking with me. But somebody did say this on Facebook, and this was a while back. Your soulmate, not even your soulmate, but your person is probably too scared to hit you up. Because you post certain shit on there, or you're so, independent, or I'm not putting up with no bullshit, and that's how I feel. But when I am with somebody, I'm a different person. Like, for me, I feel like I'm a very understanding person. I don't like drama in a relationship, so I don't even cause no drama. I could be how I used to be. Believe me, that Ashley's still there. But I don't want to do those things. Yeah. So now it's just like, you know what? This is fucking with my peace, or my energy's off, or I don't feel like you coming with it. Guess what? I'm going to exit quietly, and I'm gonna continue to do me.
Emphasis on quietly.
Quietly. I don't do the whole scene shit. I'm not making no scene.
Y'all gotta stop doing that. Y'all got to stop doing that.
I'm exiting quietly. I'm gonna tell that person how I feel. Don't get it twisted. You gonna know how I feel. I don't give a fuck. I'm always gonna tell somebody how I feel. And I don't care if it makes you feel uncomfortable. I don't care if it. Not that I don't care about your feelings, but I care about me and mine, and I got to let that shit out. I'm not holding nothing in for nobody, because that's just going to destroy me. But I need you to know how I feel after what you did to me. You need to understand what you did was not okay, and hopefully, if it don't work out with us, hopefully you don't do it to the next person. Hopefully, you learn from this relationship, and you're like, damn, you got some type of compassion or something, something shit.
You picked up on something.
Yes, learn. I learn from every relationship I do.
If you don't, something wrong, like mental health check.
So I'm like, damn, yep, wrong. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to put up with this. Or, damn, I like this about that person, and I hope to find that in the next. That's how I am now. Yep. So dating for me is just like, right now, like, I'm not opposed to it. I do want to date, but I have this, and I think this is where it fucks me up. I have this image in my head, and it's not just physically, it's everything else. Like, their traits as a person, their morals, how they are as a father. You know what I'm saying? Do they have kids? Do I want them to have kids? I do want somebody who has kids now. Before I didn't, when I didn't have kids, but now I do. There's just a lot. And now I'm like, and it's almost like you don't check off these. And it's not all of them. It's most of them. Yeah. The most important. Because now I'm like, damn, if you don't got these things that I take from every little relationship, and I'm building this person.
Okay.
I'm literally building a man. Listen, build a man. And now I'm like, damn, like, okay, hold on. Nah, you ain't Nope.
Ashley Van Sims with her love life. Come on, girl. You come on with your Sims character.
I mean, he might be out there though.
You know you can manifest them.
I
On
do.
into your life.
I have been lately. I never used to pray about that stuff or manifest about a man, love, finances, ever. I didn't. Everything that I've ever prayed for, like, and this is God honest truth, everything that I've ever prayed for, God has always provided for me. And then I used to be like, damn, why is, like, my finances not as strong as I want them to be, or my love life, or, you know? And it's like, are you praying about it? Are you manifesting? Are you asking? And I wasn't. Now I am. Because now I'm getting older and I'm getting to that stage where I just want this, you know, I do want to be in a relationship eventually.
Right.
I'm okay either or. But I
Right.
don't want to be alone for the rest of my life, ever.
Nobody wants that. And whoever says that, or I'm just meant to be, you lying to yourself.
No, I definitely want
a species that were made to be solo. Like,
yeah, I don't. I want to be cuddled up with my man. I want to have a good time. I want to laugh, you know, and I want to have
be in
good
the living
sex.
room, wine drunk with the kids. Like, please go in y'all room.
No, fuck that. We dropping y'all off somewhere because we getting. No, I'm just kidding. No, I ain't kidding. But yeah,
so we're gonna be open to dating in 2022.
Oh, I am. I am open to it.
Another thing that stops me is my life has gotten. I've always been really busy, but this year it has gotten busy.
Yeah,
busy, and I gotta figure out how to work that.
It is hard.
Because when I like you, I want to be with you
all the time,
like,
right?
I want you to
Me
be
too.
with me to be with you. Like, so I got to figure out how.
I had to learn not to be clingy. I've
never been clingy.
I mean, clingy as I want to always. To me, when I say clingy, I mean like be on you all the time. I had to learn to give a man space because, again, and I always talk about the relationship with my baby's father because that is my longest real relationship ever. I always say that's like my first real relationship and my longest. We were like this from the time not from the very first time, but it took maybe like a couple of months because we kind of dated, talked, were friends, but when we were together, I mean, like all the fucking time. Like I'm at his house, he at my house, and y'all knew I used to have my own, even back then, my own place back then. So it was like we were together all the time. We hung out with the same people, so we were always together. But I learned that's not good. In the long run, it's not good because y'all don't give each other enough space. And you need that space to miss each other. You need that space to be your own person. Like, when you're like this with somebody, what happens is you merge. And you can't be yourself without that person, and you lose yourself.
Somebody is going to become codependent.
Yes.
And if, God forbid y'all separate, it's going to be real hard for one party to take the separation because they've become codependent.
It was. And it was. At first, it was hard for me because we done broke up and been back together so many fucking times. But at one time when we did break up, he was with somebody else. I had never been with anybody else. All the times that we broken up, like the last 10, 12 years, I would not talk to nobody else. I was not with nobody else ever when we were broken up. I was still by myself. And he had talked to a couple of people during our breakups. So it was hard for me. 'Cause I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you can just freely just move on. But this time, when I left, it was hard for him to take it. It was very hard for him to take it. And to this day, he'll apologize to me. He's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I wish that, I would have realized sooner, and appreciated you more for the woman that you were to me and that you still are. You're a good friend to me, and you're there for me. But he apologizes to me so much, and he's like, I regret so much. And I'm like, listen, don't beat yourself up about it. And I tell him this stuff. I've forgiven you, but you need to learn to forgive yourself. I said, learn to forgive you. I've forgiven you. I don't hold none of that shit against you. I've forgiven you for it, and I'm done with that. Learn to forgive you, learn to love you, and learn to heal and move on. I said, I'm still going to be here. We still got a child together. I'm going to be your friend always, I don't hate him. He gets on my fucking nerves sometimes, like where I'm like, ugh. But I never want to wish bad on him. I never want nothing bad to happen.
And you want him to go on and and finds who he's meant to be with. Because
I was telling, don't let me hold you back. Don't.
Because that's at the end of the day, that's what he's doing. I wanted to say they because we got the same baby daddy. We had kids with the same man. Because I tell my baby's daddy that all the time. I tell him that, like, let me go, so you can go on and you can find, like, we are good together, but we are not meant to be. We're
good
not
as friends.
Yeah, we're
right?
not. You notice that we get along so much better, like when we are not in the same space. For me and my baby daddy, as long as we don't cohabitate the same space for too long, we are good. Like, once we split, and we everybody got their own separate apartment, everybody lived it, we get along. I think we got a 4-day max. After 4 days, it's a hurricane. It's a hurricane. Like, let me go. Like, for real. Like, you can't give yourself truly to the next woman that you meet if you still, like, forgive yourself. It happened. Right. What's done is done. Like you said, we got these kids. At the end of the day, we have kids together. I'm not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You got to see me for the next how many years? So, right. Let go.
Yeah. Sometimes though, like, I try to tell him because I know he's still hopeful, but I like tell him, like, it's a no. Right now, it's a definite no. Like, I don't ever want to say never, but it's a hard no for me. And I have to tell him, and I don't like to be a bitch about it or be mean about it. But sometimes I have to in order for him to understand, like, no. No, I'm sorry, but no. And I'm not even sorry about it. Like, it's a no. You need to respect that. And you need to, like, I told him, and you've told him, let me go. Let me, and I said, I just want you to let me move on in peace.
That's it.
Please.
That's it.
Let me move on in peace, because I let you don't have a baby. And I didn't cause no problems when he told me. This man damn near was crying when he had to tell me. And I was like, what you crying for? What's the problem? We not together no more. You knew what you was doing.
Right.
It is what it is. Right. And I was like, congratulations. Like, and you know what? During her pregnancy, he would call me when he found out what it was. He called me when the baby was born. Like, literally at the hospital. Called me, or hey, she's doing this, like, keeps me updated about that child, because we're friends like that. Let's continue to have that type of relationship. We can have a friendship. We do better as friends. There's nothing wrong with it, but y'all got to learn to let go, man. Listen, if somebody tells you they don't want to be with you, you got to believe it, because if you stay in something like that, whoever stays and don't want to listen to the other person when they say I don't want to be with you, you're gonna get hurt. You're going to get hurt.
Have to repeatedly tell you that they don't want you.
Right. And don't do that to yourself. And it sucks because it hurts. I'm not going to say, like, I ain't going to say somebody's never told me, like, hey, I don't want to fucking be with you. No. But I have had conversations with somebody who was like, I don't see this working in the future or whatever. Okay, that's cool. All right, do you? I'm going to do me. I'm going to keep pushing. Just don't try to come back around, because y'all always do.
Y'all got to learn how to handle rejection. And know that it's not always you. Like, you are not always the reason that rejection was there. Whatever people got going on outside of you is what they got going on. Because I think when people get rejected, a lot of times they think it's them. Yeah. Like, oh, what did I do? He must not have liked this. She must have. That's not for you to worry about.
They're probably not in a good place. They're probably not in a good place. They might be trying to work on themselves. They're probably trying to heal, or y'all just don't work well together in that way.
Everybody that you really like is not gonna like you. That's just facts of life. Y'all just have to
accept it. And if you accept it, you'll be much better. But no, I agree with all of that.
Try to find that out though before y'all had kids together, because it's a lot of moving parts after you figure that out too late. Because that's what I did. I figured that out way too late. By then I was like,
girl, we could talk about that for days, man.
But when you really think you found the one at that time, it's just like, I know this is where I'm supposed to. I know,
man. And we gotta talk about that, because
I want to say I had that feeling. I love my baby daddy to death. Like, I would literally take a bullet for this man, because I know he would take one for me at the end of the day. Like, he has done so much for me and been there for me through some of the hardest times in my life. I will never take that away from him. He's a
shout out to him.
I found out pretty early on though that I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be with this man for my whole life. Like I knew that. I knew that. I knew it. But I was just like,
I'm living in the moment.
Hey, it was just it worked. It worked. It worked for us, and then until it didn't. It worked until it didn't, and it was like, oh boy. But I'm very honest, and I know. I just had a conversation with somebody about this, but I believe in everybody try not to hurt people. Sometimes you have to hurt people, and you have to do it purposely. So it's kind of like like if you go and you break your bone and you don't break it all the way, and you go to the hospital and the doctors have to fully break it so that it can heal properly. Sometimes you have to hurt people so that they can heal properly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I had to do to him. While we were still together and we were going through a real rough spot. And I used to tell him, like, I'm not in love with you. Cause I have to be honest. Like I don't never want you to feel like I led you to believe one thing when it was another. I'm very honest, even if it hurts you, because I respect you enough to be honest with you, even if it's gonna hurt. Even if I know you don't like what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? And then if I be honest with you,
the respect.
And that I put the ball in your court because I've told you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, I'm not just playing this game on my terms. I put the ball in because when you're honest with somebody, you let them determine how they gonna take it, how they gonna react, what they want to do.
That's why I always tell people, regardless of how they're going to take it, I'm gonna tell you how I feel and be very honest with you and open, because there needs to be no type of miscommunication. I don't need you. Well, I didn't know this, or there was a miscommunication, or why you didn't tell me this before. No. I'm going to tell you.
No, I did. Now, whether or not you listened was on you, but right. I told you.
Right. And I respect that, and I like that you do that, because I feel in any relationship you're with, even if you're just dating somebody or even in a friendship, you need to be.
Kinship, all of it.
Man. Yeah, it was in the family shit too. But you do need to be open and honest, and that is the respect. If you respect me enough, you're going to be honest with me. You're going to tell me, don't lead me on, because that's the worst thing you can do to somebody is lead somebody on and having them think there's hope or there's a chance for y'all, and you know damn well there's not. Leave that person alone. Quit coming in and out of their life, because majority of the time that's what happens. People want to be in and out because you're fucking confused. And listen, while we talking about dating real quick, and the reason why I'm a little hesitant, I want to date and stuff, but I'm hesitant because I don't need no more soul ties attached to me. Ooh, I don't want nobody else's demons on me.
Ooh,
you're coming over here. I'm giving you this good, positive energy, and you over here transferring this other shit to me. No, keep that shit over there. Keep it with you. Y'all stay over there. When you get done and you heal and you know what you want in life, then come talk to me and I'll see where I'm at.
You might need that though, and I'm gonna tell you how. I know.
I might need what?
To go to that. You don't want that. I'm gonna tell you how. So remember earlier I said the last 3 people that I dated, right?
Yes.
So it was and it wasn't long. Like the first one out of that 3, this was somebody that I was with when I was 18. So we just found our way back to each other 10 years later, and we thought it was because we were so in love when we was 18, 19. We thought it was gonna be a repeat of that, and life changes you in 10 years.
Baby, you don't know that person no more. They're actually a stranger.
So we just went back and forth for 2 years, and we was just like, yeah, no, it's not gonna work. So second person. So put along, because that'll turn into something else. So to make a long story short, the last 3 people that I dated were a combination of a lesson that I needed to learn that I wasn't picking up. And how I know this was because I went through the same exact thing with all 3 of them, but every time the next one was worse than the last one until I picked it up. God was like, okay, girl, I'm trying to teach you this. And you acting like you ain't picking up what I'm putting down. All right, so I'm laying on a little heavier. Second time, and I'm like, damn. This third one, I was like, you know what? I get it. You ain't got to worry. That'll do it. You ain't got to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me. Listen, so in those moments, I was like, ooh, like what the, like I cannot do, like what's wrong with men? And I realized, it was me. it was a lesson because I'm by now. I thought I had been through it all. Like I got it figured out. It was a specific lesson that I was not. I knew what was being taught. I was like, no. Like I kind of get it, but I'ma pick C. I know it could be B, but I'm going to pick C because C is the safe option. And so after this third time, when I was like, this is it. This is why each one is. I met the same person
3 times.
3 times, and each time he was worse than the last one, and it was for a reason because I just was not getting what the fuck I needed to get.
So I will say that I did realize a lot of things. So I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but I did talk to somebody that I hadn't talked to in a long time, recently last year, and this person I care a lot about. Like, I cared a lot about this person. I could never see a flaw in this person, ever. Like, because I knew what he was about, and he was always honest. We were very honest with each other about shit. Like, if I had a boyfriend or he had a girlfriend, we were just very open. And he was a good friend back then to me. If I was going through shit, he would hit me up, check on me every once in a while, stuff like that. And we didn't ever have no issues, no problems. But when we reconnected, you know, the feelings were still there. I can't say it wasn't. They definitely were still there. But I care so much about this person, that I love this person. This time around, this person decided that they were going to call me out or not call me out, but mention my name. Not specifically me, but my name in the same sentence, like pretty much calling me out my name. I was like, all right. Okay, now I'm starting to see you for who you are. I don't hate the person, but I don't appreciate it. The fact that you did that, it does not sit right with me now. You know what I mean? It makes me see you in a different light, and I never thought I would see that person in a different light. But I did learn a lot. I was like, I should have listened to the signs, but I didn't. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to live in the moment. And I did, and guess what? I learned my lesson.
God was like, hey, not him.
I learned my lesson. I wouldn't do that to that person. And I could sit up here and I could say your name, and I could say all this and that. I can go post messages, and I can do a lot of shit. But I'm not, and I'm not going to.
Because at the end of the day, you do all that, and then what? Then what? We got to start thinking like,
but I
just,
just,
like, then what?
I don't care to go through the drama. I don't care to go through that shit. So I'm not gonna do it. But I see you, but I also seen you in what you said too.
So bye, be blocked.
That's why I said when shit like that happens, I leave quietly.
Would you be okay if you never got that apology?
Now, I would. Now I would. If it was me back then, I probably wouldn't. And I probably would be doing other shit because I'm mad, I'm angry. And I was upset about it. I really was. It bothered me. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? We should be better than that because I don't do that shit to you. I don't cause you no problems, never have. But the fact that you did that and said what you said on social media, it pissed me off. And it pissed me off to the point where I was like, I'm going to pull up. Like, it pissed me off like that. But I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just block them. I'm done with it. And if I don't get the apology, I don't get the apology. But that just goes to show what type of person you are, you know, for being how you are. I don't know how else to put it. But, yeah, so the dating part, it just kind of makes me just wonder, like, damn, do I really want to go through? Because everybody, like you said, is not going to like you the same. And when you're dating to get to know these people. I'm like, do I want to waste time on people? But I have to in order to find somebody.
Yeah, you got to. I think what I've learned is when you be vulnerable, you waste. That's how you avoid wasting time. Because I'm one of them people. It took me a long time to learn how to be vulnerable because I don't like that. Because if you vulnerable, you open to all kind of attacks from every which direction. And I've recently just started being like that within the last year. I made a pledge to myself that in my life period, relationship, I was going to start being who I really am at my, because a lot of y'all who are going to watch this have known me for a long time. So I'm real, I'm a Cancer. So let's start. I am the true definition of a Cancer. I am so hard-bodied on the outside. And on the inside, I'm the complete opposite. I am such a softie. Like, so,
I'm a Leo.
So I'm really loving. At my core, I really care about people, and that comes out in my relationships. But on the outside, I'm just like, fuck the world, fuck you, and I had to stop being like that. So in my relationships, like when I first started dating somebody, I openly communicate what I want, what I don't want. You know what I'm saying? If I start to like you, I let you know that I start to like you. But I'm moderate with my actions. Because that eliminates both of us wasting time versus me trying to hide my feelings for you. You know what I'm saying? Now you confused. You don't know if I like you.
Why
or you,
hide
you know
your feelings?
Yeah. So now I'm just like, I like you like this, and then if you respond like, hey, I like you like this, then we can move forward. And then if you kind of like, then that lets me know, okay, you know what I'm saying? If you just come out and just be vulnerable and just be honest about your feelings, how you feel, what you want, I promise you will avoid wasting time that way. You will avoid wasting time.
Yeah, because what I'm not about to do is be playing this guessing game.
And that's,
well, you say this, but you do this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're saying this, but your actions speaking louder. So do you want to be with me? You spending this time with me? You're doing this with me? Blah, blah, blah. But you ain't really said it. Or you're saying you're not sure right now. Or that's cool. And this is my thing. If you're not sure what you want, please don't even talk to me. Don't waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. Do not waste my time. Because, again, I'm very open. I'm going to tell you I like you. If I like you, I like you. And I'm going to tell you I love you if I love you. I'm going to tell you I hate you if I hate you. And I don't hate nobody. But if I don't fucking like you, I'm going to tell you that too. Just be open and honest with people. Because, again, it will go a lot smoother. And ain't nobody got time to be wasting because we getting older. And like I said, I want to have one more kid. But I'm not having a kid with anybody. I don't fuck with just anybody either. And I'm going to just put this out there because I have been where I didn't have sex for like 2 years, 3 years. And believe me, it's hard. It's not easy, but I've learned to be okay with that, and I've done that.
We listen. If you have ever been friends with me on any of my social media platforms, I say all the time, it's a Walmart, a Target, a Walgreens, a CVS on every corner, and as long as you can buy batteries, you will be okay. We're going without. It's not like, come on, y'all.
I haven't. I don't even do that. Nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Girl,
I've never owned a toy in my life ever. I've never done. And when I'm literally it's literally like nothing. And I think it's helped me be the person I am today, strong to be able to deal with shit and not let it bother me like it used to. Like, seriously, because now I'm just like, I don't need it. I know I can be okay without it. Mm-hmm. Now, when I'm with somebody, it's different. Now, we fucking every day. Like, that's me. That's how I am. I'm a very sexual person. Mm-hmm. When I'm in a relationship or when I'm with somebody, like, and they know.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that real quick, I want to ask you something. So, when you first start talking, like, not first start talking, but when you first start getting physical with somebody, like y'all, do you go immediately all in? Like, do you just, like, this is what I can do? Or do you, like, ease yourself into, like...
I'll ease myself. I won't pull out all the tricks and shit like that. What you talking about? Nah. So, when I'm with somebody, like, I ain't been with nobody new in a long time. Literally, the last, I want to say, 12, 13 years of my life, I've only been with 2 people. Mm-hmm. And... that second person was a recent kind of thing last year. But other than that, I haven't been with. But before, like, it would be, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to do enough for you to be like, damn.
Yeah.
But then when I'm like, when I really do some shit, we like, damn, like, I'm going to just say this.
I told the last guy I was with that, like, because he was so adamant on, like, Because I sent him this text one day, and he was like, I have never gotten nothing like that from you. Oh, and man. I'm like, it's a lot of stuff you haven't gotten from me. I'm like, you got to understand, like, you probably used to women just throwing it all at you immediately. I was like, that's a level of vulnerability that I'm still real, with. Like, there's a certain level of trust that I got to have between the person that I'm having sex with for me to just be, because I'm wild. So for me to go
Me
there with
too.
you, I gotta have a level of, because you're not gonna get that. Like, I don't give a damn how many other bitches you talk about fucked you good. Okay, well, you might want to go fuck them, because until I get that level of trust with you, you're not getting that out of me. Like, we gonna do our thing. But
see, somebody new, I don't know how to. I wouldn't know how I would do that.
so yeah,
because I ain't been with nobody new
to the hub immediately. Like, we're not doing that.
And like I'm gonna say this real quick, and we gotta wrap it up here in a second. So for me personally, like, I don't like to give head. I do not like. I never have. I don't like to. Now, if I fuck with you, and I really care about you, like I fuck with you, then I'm gonna want to do it for you, and then I will. And when girl, let me just tell you, this motherfucker, when you have a man call your name out, you know you reach that level with me. If you know what I'm saying, like, I don't go there with everybody, because I don't like to. I've had, like, back in the past, years, like 15 years ago type shit, I had somebody, you know, who gave me head, whatever. And he wanted me to do it too. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. He was like, really? I did to you? I was like, I don't care. Like, you did it because you wanted to. I didn't ask you to. One thing I don't do is ask a man to do that.
Right.
If you want to do it, you're going to do it. I'm not going to ask you to do it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be doing it to you all the time if you ain't, you know, coming with it. You got to come with it for me. And it ain't just like, oh, you give me head, give you head type shit. But you got to come with it. Like, you got to make me feel a certain kind of way. But I don't like to. And I have to really fuck with you, and I can literally count on maybe 4 or 3 that I've done it to. I just don't like to do it. Yeah. And let me just tell y'all, because no, I don't, because I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but I just don't. I have my reasons why I don't like to. But if I fuck with you, then I'm gonna fuck with you, and I will. And if I really like you and I care about you, I'm gonna want to do it for you, because I know you like it. And just because I don't like to do it, don't mean I don't know how to do it. Cause
say it one more time, girl.
Just because I don't like to do it, don't mean I don't know how to do it. Because believe me, listen, I ain't gonna get into all that. Y'all not ready for that conversation. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday. I forgot. No, but anyway, this is our new co-host, y'all.
Tashara Montana. What's up, y'all?
You know what I'm saying? We are going to be talking about a lot of good stuff. As you can see, she's very open. We got good history anyway together. So y'all just be on the lookout, and I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for it.
Like, we got some good stuff coming for y'all.
Yeah, y'all stay tuned. And also, if y'all want to, you know, come on the show, hit me up. Hit Shar up, or you hit up the podcast pages and stuff like that, and let us know what y'all want to talk about, and we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, take care, y'all.
Dry like you got some sense.
Full coverage. Full coverage when it's raining, sleet, and snow. If you ain't got full coverage, don't take your ass home.
That you current on, not that didn't lapse. That you paid for.
Because your girl out here driving BMW. I don't need y'all uninsured people hitting my shit. Nah, anyways, y'all take care. Have a good one. We out.